Hey, welcome. I'm El DJ Malo. This is my story, mi historia, chapter number 3. Now we're going to talk about gangbanging in Chicago. Gangbanging in Chicago was one of the biggest mistakes I ever made in my life. And let me tell you something, man. The wolf mentality, the pack mentality, it's so easy to fall into that trap and fall into that because, you know, when I grew up, man, I didn't have no role models and shit like that. Reality, you know, my pops was gone, man. He's gone, man. He wasn't there, man. Say what you want to say, man, but he was out on the street. Then we left my mom. It was like, you know, it was all a free-for-all. I did everything I wanted to do. So, I mean, I lived, you know, with him being gone. So, you know, after joining the gang, you had to hang out. It's a lot of times I just do shit and then I realize what I gotta do later. You had to hang out. You had to go to meetings. You had to donate. You know, you had to put in money. You had to buy guns. A lot of things you had to do. And then for the nation that I didn't realize, you know, Chicago gangs are very well organized, and there's a lot of organization. There's young cats that run some multi-million-dollar, you know, drugs, gun running organizations, man. A lot of money goes in the hood. People don't realize that, but it wasn't for me. You know, I started to fall into that, and you see, man, no kidding, man. I remember growing up in the hood, man. I remember going on drive-bys, man. I remember, man, I did so much stupid shit I'm not so proud of. I remember that shit, man. Thinking that it was okay. It's like you fall into the mentality of the, you know, damn wrong is wrong to go kill a motherfucker because he's wearing a yellow sweater. That's the shit that we was on. It was some dumbass shit. If it was your brother, I mean, I knew brothers. They were twins. One was a king, one was a D, and they couldn't even stand each other. They couldn't even live in the same house. It was crazy. That's how washed people's minds was at the time. Motherfucker don't know except what the fuck's in front of them. And when that's the shit that you live, that's the shit you know. That's it. And so I knew better, but these kids did not. These motherfuckers, they thought what they were doing was 100% right, and they didn't give a fuck. It was ruthless, man. I mean, imagine putting a gun in a kid's hand. He don't give a fuck. He hasn't even realized what life is yet, let alone anything else. He's just growing his nuts, and you put a gun in his hand. In the hood, with other motherfuckers growing their nuts and guns in their hand. And that's the shit that I lived, man. And so, yeah, I made some dumbass decisions. You know, I didn't quit DJing because DJing was my money at the time. I wasn't for selling drugs. I'm not gonna say I was better than anybody, but it just wasn't my thing at the time. I didn't like sitting on a corner waiting for people to come up. That wasn't my thing. I made more money at the dances, and so I stayed doing that. You know, the nation didn't give a fuck where you got your money as long as you gave them their money. And so, and that's all I did. I paid them what the fuck I owed them, and I moved the fuck on. And so, you know, it got to a point, man, while I was doing my events. You know, I was still a popular DJ, and I was showing up at events and DJing, and here are some of my gang affiliates outside waiting for me to show up so they can get in for free. I had no choice, and so I'll be there, and all of a sudden these 5 guys are with me, and so now they're in the club doing their gang shit, representing, and I'm the DJ that's our guest DJ. And this started happening time and time, and it just made me realize, whoa, what the fuck did I get myself into? I'm not gonna let these motherfuckers ruin my DJ career. Are you fucking kidding me? And, you know, after a few events where they started fucking up the club and breaking shit down, people didn't want to hire me because they saw me as a gangbanger now, you know, and I got out. It wasn't pretty, but I got out. That was enough for me. All of a sudden, I just started avoiding the gang. Me and my best friend Sammy, who's also in Florida, we just said, fuck it, we're done. But the gang ain't done with you. It don't work like that. See, when you get in a gang, you commit to something big. And so when you get out, it's a big thing. And so it just turned out that we happened to be at the right place at the wrong time, or wrong place at the right time, whatever way you want to look at it for these guys. And hey, it got sickening. We got in trouble, and we'll talk about that in chapter number 4. I'm about to run into a rainstorm, and I don't need to hear all the raining. All right, I'm El Malo. This is chapter number 3. We'll talk about what happened in chapter number 4, how I got out the game.